All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the mid-month online service of the Church of Infinite Spirit. I'm Reverend Lauren Skye, one of the founders of this church, and our community has been meeting since 1999. And it's the mission of this church to inspire spiritual freedom by supporting people in knowing themselves as spiritual beings and as a part of the consciousness that creates this universe. And we support that joyous transformation that comes from knowing oneself as spirit. We hope to recapture the intention of church as a respite from life, the noise of life, and as a space of remembrance of our spiritual nature. We hope to offer a place of joyful connection. We are non-dogmatic and non-judgmental. There is no control, punishment, or reward energy here. We respect your divine right to create your reality and manage your energy any way you'd like. This is always a take what you can use and leave the rest environment. When we share, it is with the hope of inspiring you to find your own truth rather than to convince you of ours. I am honored that you're taking 30 minutes or so of your time this day with me to remember your spiritual nature, take a break, and give to yourself. We always start our time together with a short meditation, so let's do that now. Meditation invites us out of the stories we're telling ourselves about what's true and invites us into the deep spiritual truth where we have the power to change that story and change our lives. And meditating together is so, so powerful. We'll walk through a 4-step process to come present as spirit and shift our energy. If you want to participate, it's helpful to put your feet on the ground and close your eyes. So as you put your feet on the ground and you close your eyes, would you give your body a big deep breath? Maybe another one. Let things loosen a little. Invite that body into relaxation. The first step of our meditation process is called grounding. Grounding is an imaginary connection from the base of your spine to the center of the earth. The base of your spine is the back of the first chakra energy center. And to ground, we simply pretend, imagine, or visualize. So would you pretend, imagine, or visualize a colored beam of light growing from the base of your spine, like a tail of light? It grows right from the spot where, if you had a tail, your tail would grow from. And would you grow that imaginary colored beam of light out of the base of your spine, straight down? It's going to go through your chair, through the floor, through all the layers of the earth, and all the way to the earth's center. This beam of light can be any color at all. Maybe it's a nice grass green, ocean blue, rich red. Imagine the beam of light kind of grabbing hold at the center of the earth. This beam of light is called a grounding cord, and it does several wonderful healing things for us. It invites us as spirit more into the body. It brings us right into present time. And so importantly, this grounding cord becomes the trash chute through which you can release energy you don't need to be carrying. Energy, the root of all reality, all experience. And so much of the pain and stress that we carry is just a result of energy recirculating through the chakra system that doesn't need to be there. When we ground, we give that energy a place to go. So as you ground, you could even intend, I'm releasing anything that doesn't serve. We release into the center of the earth, which receives that energy with gratitude and transforms it into neutral creative force. So you're not hurting the planet or littering at the center of the earth. It's a gift. When energy isn't needed, it's only a negative when we hold it. When we let go, it is transmuted. So ground, create that connection, base of your spine to the center of the earth. The body might get a little more relaxed or feel a little more heavy in the chair. That's fine. The second step of this 4-step process is to open up the 6th chakra energy center. The 6th chakra sits in the middle of our heads. It's behind our eyes and between our ears. The pineal gland is the physical equivalent, deep inside that brain. The way to open the 6th chakra energy center is to simply place your attention there. Imagine or pretend, be in the middle of your head. We can be scattered. We can scatter our energy across space and time. So when we come into the center of head space, it's refocusing, recentering. And because we're recentering in the 6th chakra, we open up our clairvoyant ability, our clear vision, not about predicting the future, but about seeing our own path, our own truth, and our own answers unique for us. Imagine being in the middle of your head. Your grounding cord will continue to work for you. The third step of this 4-step process is to manage the energy field around us, sometimes called the aura. Everything emanates energy. Of course, all people do, but objects, situations, residual energy from events is even present. So when we manage our aura, we kind of put on an energetic raincoat. And it helps us define what we control, our own reality. Again, the way to do it is to simply pretend. Would you imagine you're sitting inside a big eggshell or soap bubble? And that eggshell or soap bubble is going to be so big that you could stretch your arms out to each side and touch it. Kind of what we think of as personal space. And it'll go all around you, top, sides, bottom, front, back. In the paradigm of information that we work with, the energies we carry in this body of ours, the chakra system, and the aura bubble are reflected back to us in our experience of life. So we create change from the inside out by letting go of energies we don't desire and by bringing in energies we'd like to fuel our experience with. And when we talk about energy, we talk about different flavors of energy. Different flavors of energy might be love, inspiration, clarity, joy, pain, worry, stress, guilt. These are all flavors of the neutral vibration of consciousness that we as humans can wield and change and create. So with the grounding cord, we've been releasing energies we don't want to be carrying. Let's replace those energies with something we do want. When you think about the flavors of energy, what word comes up for you? What would you like to bring in to this body of yours and so bring into your experience? Maybe love, maybe fun, maybe cheer for the holidays. And here's how you do it. Above your head, would you imagine a big golden ball of light or a big golden sun? It's going to be so big that part of the gold sun is inside your aura bubble, but it can't all fit there. It's way too big. Part of it's extending up beyond the aura bubble. And then imagine the word that represents the energy you'd like to create more of in your life. Joy, fun, love, clarity, peace, balance, whatever's for you. And then imagine writing that word across the sun. It sounds kind of silly, but it works really well. What happens when you write the word across the sun? Watch, the sun will absorb, become, match, and multiply the word. So you end up with this big golden ball of the energy you desire right above your head. Then you could imagine reaching up and popping a hole in the bottom of that sun, or you could simply set it right into you. And let that sun, that golden energy, that golden light vibrating at the frequency you've chosen, come in and begin to fill your body. Notice, imagine your body absorbing it, all the cells and the spaces between the cells receiving. Notice how it feels as you bring that energy in through your neck and head and shoulders. Let it come down and fill up your chest and arms and your abdomen, all your organs and guts. Let it fill you all the way in through your butt in the chair, your legs, knees, all the way down to your feet and toes, your arms, hands, and fingers. Notice if you feel a little different. You have within you the power to change energy and create your experience whenever you'd like. You might want to stay right here in this meditation, grounded, sitting in the middle of your head, cozy inside your bubble, while you receive today's message. Or this might be the time when you want to open your eyes, stretch a little bit, and watch on screen. Today, I have an announcement about this space, the mid-month online spiritual service. Reverend Margaret, who often does these as well mid-month, and I have been looking at the upcoming year. And in our looking, we decided that in the new year, this mid-month space will become a meditation gathering rather than kind of a mid-month talk by one of us. And it seems like kind of a small change, but there was some big energy around letting go. The original pre-COVID intention of the mid-month spiritual service was to provide the church talk that happens on the first Sundays of the month to our growing online community, while the Denver community was meeting in person. But of course now, all the gatherings are online, at least for now, so we have room to evolve. And when we're back in person, how great would it be to live stream the Denver service so that both the Denver people and the online community can be together? To our techie friends, I'll be reaching out about how to get that done when the time comes, and it will not be too far off. It's just a matter of months now, not too many months. So starting next month, Margaret or I will lead a meditation and hold space for some quiet time for us to run our energy together, to meditate. Don't worry if you don't know what it means when I say run our energy, because if you want to join in, we'll guide you through it. And you can find the whole skill set online for free in our Meditation for Living program on the classes page of our website, innerconnection.org. So it seemed like a pretty simple change, but it was really hard to let go. Letting go of what something has looked like, maybe so it can become something renewed in present time, or maybe to make space for something else entirely, or maybe a combination of both, can be a big deal. Both of us were reluctant to disappoint, but we realized that committed meditation time is important too, and serves in a different way. Again, doing it together is so powerful. And we have to walk our talk. Fear of disappointing is never a reason not to grow or change. It was fun to notice how hard it was to let it go. But when we sat with it, we trusted our vision and the energy, and we knew it was time. And when we made the energetic shift, there was like a palpable uplifting. Letting go creates space. I am looking forward to tapping into meditation as a group, creating that container where there's permission to still the mind and be in that quiet space that is both rejuvenating in itself and the doorway to spiritual perception. In this case, we know what we're making space for, right? We have a picture of what we're creating. But sometimes we don't know what we're creating space for. Sometimes we have a sense that it's time to let go, but don't know what's next. Sometimes we can't know until we let go. Sometimes we're invited into what I call the spiritual hallway, the space between creations, between realities. Being comfortable with the discomfort of the spiritual hallway is a great spiritual skill. Allowing the hallway is an exercise in faith. It's always dark in there, and the floor is uneven, so you can't rush. If we can allow the hallway, we can create, we can find, we can see our next highest creation of reality, If we rush it, if we resist being in the hallway and just can't wait to get out, we almost always end up settling. My example today is on a small scale, but this opportunity happens often in life. The opportunity to let go and to let in. Our act of allowing this change made me think about all of us who come to this mid-month space or watch the video. So, what about you? Is there something it's time for you to let go of in order to make space for that which is your true desire or your next step, even if you don't know what that next step looks like? It could be an energy. It could be an event. It could be an old way of thinking. It could be a habit. It could be a relationship agreement or anything else. As we see the light at the end of the COVID tunnel, what do you want to leave behind? Sometimes a thing has been useful and then we outgrow it. Where I live, there are a few sort of new neighborhoods that have been around for a few years now. And there's all these staked trees, and some have been staked so long the brace is now confining them, and they're wider under the brace than they are over the brace. So what once was supportive has now become a restriction. And we can do that in life. We think we need something, we hold on. I volunteered to go around my community in the spring and pull all those stakes out. And I am really looking forward to doing that. It's going to be great to watch those trees have space. The stakes are a great example of when something that was once useful, even necessary to make it through, necessary to survive, becomes inhibiting to growth. So I wonder if you are staked in some way. And do you trust that you can stand without the old brace and sway in the wind without falling over? Remember, when we let go, new possibilities open, and some possibilities don't become possible until we let go. And what a great time to be looking at this, tapping into both the solstice energy and the upcoming Saturn-Jupiter conjunction on Monday. Let's look at it in meditation. Let's go back into that space with our eyes closed and our feet on the floor. And apply our power to change energy to this concept of letting go. Would you notice that grounding cord of yours? It goes from the base of your spine to the center of the earth. If it's gone, if talking about letting go just popped your grounding cord right off, you can always create a brand new one. You just imagine colored beam of light begins at the base of your spine like a tail would and grows all the way to the center of the earth. Be in the middle of your head. Invite yourself to relaxation. The bubble is around you. Invite the mind to stillness. Sometimes the mind doesn't accept that invitation instantly. So some thoughts run. It's fine. You'll eventually quiet. So much of the cultural energy of our environment would say that this space is kind of decadent. It's not useful. But I would say this is the most productive space of all. Relaxation and stillness. We come out of all the inputs and influences, find ourselves, our truth, our connection with spirit, and our power to create reality. Rejuvenation and creation without effort. And as you sit in relaxation and stillness. Notice your world. What are you opening to? Maybe you know, or maybe just the unknown, the next step of you. And what does that mean you'll be letting go of? What do you hold that would constrict the new? An energy, maybe you carry a lot of self-doubt or worry or self-judgment. An obligation, an activity that needs to shift. You're just acknowledging. We don't need to do anything about this right now. The willingness to acknowledge is a big part of the change. Notice if you can imagine trusting yourself and trusting the flow of life. Things do evolve and change. That's the journey of incarnation in divine timing. When we don't like something, it seems like it will never end, but it always does. And when we do like something, the ending can seem like a failure, but it never is. Every ending is a beginning, and every letting go is a receiving. So let's practice just a little letting go. We don't even have to know what we're going to let go of. You might, but you don't have to. Would you notice something you'd like to let go of? And maybe it is self-judgment or doubt. Maybe it is an activity that you do that's not so kind to yourself. We're just going to release some energy. You're sitting inside your aura bubble. The body is grounded and you're focused in the middle of your head, 6th chakra. Would you imagine in front of you some sort of container, like a balloon or a bubble or a trash bag? We're going to take out the trash. Those of you more familiar with the work, a rose. Imagine a balloon, bubble, or rose in front of you and just be willing to release. With your intention, you could intend to release a certain vibration. I am releasing doubt into this bubble, or I am releasing worry into this rose, or I am releasing self-judgment into this trash bag. Or maybe it's behavior. I'm putting that activity in this container. This is the beginning of shaking up the energy, the first domino in the sequence of change. Trust, watch, imagine the container fill with what you're releasing. What does it look like? Is it dark and icky? Does it have a certain color? Your imagination will tell you. Imagination, the doorway to psychic perception. Let that container fill. And when it gets nice and full, imagine tossing it away high in the sky. Burst the container. The energy is freed and transmuted. Remember, it's only toxic, it's only negative when we hold it. When we release it, it is transformed. If there's a lot of energy around this, this is something you might want to repeat several times. And whenever we let go, whenever we release energy, we always replace it with that big gold ball or big gold sun. So as you consider the next step of you or your next step, what's an energy you'd like to bring in to fuel up that next step? Unconditional self-love, maybe. Trust, faith, awareness, clarity, permission. So many fabulous flavors of energy to choose from. Would you choose one now? Maybe one of those or one you're noticing? Create your gold ball above your head, big gold sun. Write your word that represents the energy across the sun. Watch the sun match, become, and multiply that word. I see the word kind of sinking into the sun changing in frequency to become, match, and multiply that word. And then bring it right into your reality by bringing it right into your body. You could reach up and poke a hole in the bottom of that sun, or you could simply set it right into your space. Receive, receive, receive. Let the energy come in and fill you. Head, neck, shoulders, chest, arms, torso. All the way down through your legs, knees, feet, arms, hands. And if there's extra, it can spill into the aura around you, setting your environment at that energy as well. Great job. If you'd like, you could stay right here. Or if you'd like, you could open your eyes and stretch. One thing you won't see in our new meditation gatherings is the offertory, where we ask for donations to the Church of Infinite Spirit. But I'll do it one more time in this space today. If we were in person, this is the time in a church service when we would literally pass the baskets and ask for contributions to the Church of Infinite Spirit. But since we can't do that right now, we are accepting donations with deep gratitude on our website at interconnection.org under Sanctuary. You need a PayPal account to use it. So if you want to make a donation but you don't have PayPal, you can give me a call at 303-282-9439 or send an email, lauren@interconnection.org. Please consider supporting us if it feels right in your heart. We always ask that you contribute anything that feels good from a place of joy and appreciation and never out of a sense of obligation. While the baskets go around, we always tell some jokes in our in-person services, and I found one fun one online this morning. What do you call a Christmas wreath made of $100 bills? A wreath of Franklins. Yeah, Megan has to think about it. I'm watching Megan, she's like, what? A wreath of Franklins. We are a nonprofit organization and your donations are tax deductible. You'll get a little email from me for your tax information. Please know that your contributions make a big difference. Even a small contribution makes a big difference. It helps us out with our website, all our weird expenses, and helps make all our free offerings possible. We do appreciate your contributions deeply, and we always trust that the totality of today's contributions will return to each of you many, many fold. Speaking of next year, we have a lot of opportunities to learn and grow and gather in the new year, including the meditation gatherings, new classes, and ways to receive readings from our graduate students by donation. There is just too much going on to list it all here, so please do check out the website when you can, interconnection.org. As we get ready to close this time together today, I invite you to bring meditation and spiritual awareness and your power to wield energy into your day and into your life. And I wish for you the joyous transformation that spiritual awareness brings. I thank you deeply for being here today, both here with me and here in earth in divine timing. And I thank you for giving your time and attention, two of your most precious resources in incarnation. I honor them and receive them with gratitude. I'll see you again on January 4th for our first Sunday of the month service and social time online. Then we'll meditate together on January 15th. I'll say bye for now, everyone, and happy holidays.